Sorry, it'll be just a second. The page I manage. DDO. Facebook Live just decided to reset. How's it going, everyone? I'll be getting started here in just a minute. Some reason Facebook Live is being difficult. Getting an error message. Don't know if it's going to work. Alright, no Facebook today. It keeps on saying deprecated gender deprecation is disabled, and I'm like, I don't even know what that is. I'm not, as far as I know, I'm not deprecating any genders. So, anyway, sorry about that, Facebook folks. Hello, everyone on YouTube. Hello, everyone on Twitch. Welcome to the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream here on twitch.tv/DDO stream. And youtube.com/DungeonsandDragons/live. Normally we're also on Facebook, but not today. I don't know if they're just having a problem or what, but either way, that's that. I am live on Galanda, week 2 of 2, and next week will be Kyber or Lamania. And I can talk about that in just a little bit. I've been out for, the last couple of weeks? So I guess I should start the show a little bit with thanking a few people. If you were at the Friday night gathering for buffs in the Indianapolis area last Friday, thank you for showing up. We had a great time. Man, we packed the place. We packed Social on McCree. Tons of DDO players there, some Lotro players there as well. Gave out tons of swag. We managed to get rid of all of it. I didn't have to carry any of it back with me, so if you got one of those t-shirts or posters or dice or whatever, hope you're enjoying it. Hope you had a good time. I think you did. I had nothing but positive feedback from the meetup here last Friday, so it was awesome. And it was so awesome that I'm hoping we can do it again. But we'll see how that goes. Also, if you have not had a chance, we made some announcements. There's a great interview with Severlin on Axel's YouTube channel. Maybe I can get you a link here in a little bit. And also, there was a really killer one on DDO Players News. So if you go to ddoplayers.com, you should be able to check that out. What did we announce? Well, we announced Sharn. We are going to be heading to the City of Towers in 2019. Next year, we'll be doing another expansion. It'll be Sharn, the City of Towers. This is a big city full of kind of intrigue and politics and stuff. On the city of Sharn on the continent of Corvair. Sort of the main continent in Eberron from which the setting takes place. So that was really awesome. We'll have a lot more detail. We're not really getting into too much detail other than that right now. We have some other things to work on first. But that'll be coming in 2019. We're also doing Tieflings. Yep. So we'll be doing that here as well, so that's pretty cool. The other piece of news is now that White Plume Mountain is behind us, I hope you're enjoying it. Again, I've been hearing nothing but positive comments on White Plume Mountain and other tales, so I think that's been going pretty well. We're turning our attention to, I guess, what we're internally calling the Halloween update. It'll be an update to Night Revels, and you could find out what Sev said some stuff about that, including a new raid in that interview with DDO players. We also are working on kind of a freebie for December, so we'll be having more info on that as well. Also, This is the final weekend for Crystal Cove. Yeah, I know, right? Those darn DDO team members activating Crystal Cove while I'm out of town at Gen Con. At first I was like, can I leverage my power to get Crystal Cove delayed simply because I want to run it because I'm going to be out of town? The answer to that was, well, I probably shouldn't do that. So nonetheless, this is our final weekend of Crystal Cove with the new loot and all that sort of thing. We're discussing perhaps extending it a little bit. Normally it was going to be shut off next Monday. And we tend to turn it on a Thursday, go through the weekend, the full next week, the second weekend, and then turn it off that Monday. There was a bit of an issue where we didn't have some of the treasure compasses and that in the DDO store for the first couple of days there. And we've actually had some players say, hey, can you extend it because of that? We're considering it, so stay tuned for that. There's some chance we may extend it until really we go live with the next bonus that Thursday. So... Alright, let me get to chat. We know the Gen Con hangover. Yeah, so I'm not hungover. But I just got back from Gen Con around 4 o'clock yesterday morning. I was busy at Gen Con until, I guess it was Sunday 5-ish, 5 to 6-ish p.m. And it's about, you know, a 15, 16-hour drive back to where I live in Massachusetts. And so I ended up crashing at not crashing, but I ended up staying at a hotel that Sunday night after just a few hours because, man, was I exhausted. Gen Con is super fun but exhausting. And then on Monday, driving back, my car had a brake issue. All of a sudden I was driving down the road, and every time I'd hit the brakes, there'd be like this scratching, grinding sound, and I was like, that's not good when I've got another 800 miles to go. So I went and actually had to stop, I guess it was in western Pennsylvania for most of that Monday afternoon to get the car issue fixed. Did get fixed. So I ended up getting back home around 4 a.m. yesterday morning. Slept until, what, about noonish? Got up, mowed the lawn, cleaned the cat litter box. Other fun things like that. So I'm still kind of post-Gen Con here in terms of my brain. I ain't thinking too clearly. So it's a good time to try to get secrets from me. No, actually it's not, because I won't even remember what the secrets are. But nonetheless, it's been a trip. It has been a blast. I had a really fun time at Gen Con. I know there were lots of DDO people there, because we packed out that thing. I did hear from some folks who had said, why did you have to have it at a bar? The only negative comments we had like 2 negative comments publicly. And, I think I'm full, but let me double check, yeah. And those are people who are under the age of 21 who couldn't show up. We did actually say on the forums, I was like, yo, hit me up. Like, we'll meet up either outside of the bar or grab lunch or something during Gen Con and what have you. But the reality is when we were looking for places to have this meetup that had to be within walking distance of the convention center because we knew a lot of people were there for Gen Con, we couldn't find a place that was under 21 that would accommodate it. So that's why we ended up doing the bar thing. And I do apologize for folks. So maybe in the future we can actually do that, but we'll see. We did have a patch while I was out at Gen Con, and so... You know, I'm not going to go through the patch notes because it's a little old for you guys now. But we took care of some things. What crashed Argo this morning? We're investigating. It looks like it was some kind of issue with guild airship amenities hitching up behind the scenes on one of the servers and causing basically a kind of a cascading crash thing, but we're looking as to what specifically might have caused that. It was kind of a freak thing, I think. So no biggie there. Lamania, question mark, am I hearing you correctly? Yes. We are tentatively working toward a Lamania for next week. It'll be for update 39 patch 2, And the main points of that will be the melee stuff. And we want to get it on Lamania because we're doing versioning of a lot of characters who are going to be impacted by these kind of melee buffs. And so we want to make sure that there are no halos on that, and we want to get some feedback on it as well. I think Torque is actually going to start a feedback thread on the forums on that today, so stay tuned for that. Keep an eye on the forums. I know Torque is going to be posting that up in the relatively near future while he's working on the raid. So that should be cool, and it's going to be really two things. There's a Barbarian DR change that you saw some of that didn't make it into Update 39, in addition to really what's a new auto-granted feat for melee that'll boost you up a bunch of hit points, but while it's active, you're not going to be able to do very good at ranged or spellcasting. And that is deliberate to help pure melee rather than, say, multi-class. But you can find out more about that there, and it's going to give you a ton more hit points. I think something up to almost 50%. Can I at least say whether Sharn will be a city zone or another wilderness like Ravenloft? I think we're kind of going for something a little different with Sharn, and I don't want to, you know, speak out of turn here because like I say, I've been out the last couple of weeks. But the last I heard is we're kind of trying to find something that fits really well with kind of a city setting that allows for that level of exploration, while also being kind of a instant city zone. So. Does that mean no other bonus this weekend? Yes. That was always the plan, though. The bonus is the Crystal Cove. Was it a Toyota? No, I drove a Kia. And it's a fine car. It just had bad luck there. Why? Because D&D is fun when you're drunk? No, I don't drink. I don't drink. Not anymore. Gen Con was fun. Druid's Fire, thanks for the swag. Hello. Any ETA on Enter the Kobold being fixed? Yes, I would imagine that will be in Update 39 Patch 2. I'm pretty sure the fix is already in. It just didn't get in for the latest patch, so we need to get that done. I read the new Eberron supplement for 5.0 on D&D Beyond. Was really interesting. Didn't know much about the larger world. Yeah, so in case you don't know, I guess it was the week of Gen Con, right? Last week, early last week, Wizards of the Coast published digitally their first foray into Eberron in 5th edition. You can find it on, I believe, D&D Beyond and DM's Guild. And it's basically a co-creation by Keith Baker and Rudy Rutenberg from Maze Arcana. You know, Maze Arcana is hosted on DDO Stream here. So some of you folks may be familiar with Satine and Rudy's thing, and the rest of the crew there at Maze Arcana. Rudy is actually heavily involved now with the Eberron setting. He is a huge Eberron fan, been very passionate about that setting for a long time. We did an interview a while back with Maze Arcana, and you could see that Rudy was really big into Eberron, and he actually got the chance to co-author this new 5th edition Eberron campaign guide. Satine Phoenix was recently hired as a community manager for Dungeons & Dragons by Wizards of the Coast as well. I got the chance to hang out with those two, just briefly. They were really busy during Gen Con. They did something like 13 panels along with a big live stream for Inkwell Society. But I did get the chance to say, yo, hey, Satine, hey, Rudy, and attend a couple of the seminars. So I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't have more conversations with them in the relatively near future. But yeah, I checked it out too. It's awesome. If you're currently playing 5th Ed, you should check it out. It's pretty great. Not entirely dissimilar from, say, the 3.5 and 4th edition Eberron setting. You know, it's same setting basically, but it's very cool. So, what's wrong with Enter the Kobold? The puzzle. The puzzle in Enter the Kobold is busted right now, and that's what we were working to fix. All right, heading over to YouTube. Yes, I can see YouTube live. Honestly, we announced so much stuff. I know, and we even left a couple of big surprises. Well, I got back into the office, you know, a couple hours ago here, and the team was like, "You didn't mention..." Insert thing we didn't mention here. So, yeah, we actually have some more big news, even on top of Sharn and Tieflings and the thing that what Sev said to Axel. Is it true this talk of Isle of Dread being considered for a possible idea? If so, please make sure it stays in the Mystara world. So Quantifil, I don't believe that Isle of Dread was originally set in the Mystara world. My belief, because I remember, for me, Isle of Dread was the expert set pack-in module from first edition. And I know there's been some iteration on it since then, but that's the Isle of Dread I know. The introduction of hex squares. Yeah, so anyway, is it true it's being considered? Yeah. That's what Sev announced to Axel on the YouTube channel, which, let me say, I was a little surprised to hear him announce it. I was kind of like, whoa. Remember, I shouldn't say that yet. Because it is being considered, it is not set in stone. There is a very good chance that it will not be happening. But that is, yep, that's on our radar. That's what we'd like to do. So, that's going to be who even knows how long. So I don't really want to talk too much about it. But what are the melee buffs? Like I say, I don't want to get into all the details here. I want to let Torque sort of handle the feedback on that. But yeah, it's basically, there's two parts to it, and it's a part of an ongoing set of things we're doing, and it's basically fighters are going to get an opportunity to have an auto-granted feat that they can toggle on and off. When toggled on, it gives you a massive hit point boost, but it doesn't completely remove, but largely nerfs your ranged power and spellcasting ability. The idea being is that we don't want it to be a buff, basically, to spellcasters and range folks. We want it to specifically apply to hand-to-hand combat melee. So that's what's going on there. If I got to pick a song to name a quest after in DDO, what would I pick? The Humpty Dance. Anyway. On the plus side, it would be because I'd be bringing Land Beyond the Magic Mirror to the game. Anyway, so I am actually level 15 here, and I'm trying to decide what to take for my Pew 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 build. I guess I should hang off here. Let me check. The requirements for improved precise shot, make sure I'm right. Dex 19. Fine there. Point blank shot, precise shot. So, I should take either point blank shot or precise shot. Okay. And I want to train. I guess finger. Alright, for the rest of the show here, we're going to be heading into Crystal Cove. Sorry, folks, it's been taking me so long, I just had a lot to talk about. Like I say, I've got Gen Con brain. I am so exhausted. I think this weekend I'm going to just be sitting around doing absolutely nothing. Hopefully getting in some DDO. For those who don't know, my son went back to his mother's. He's starting school now.
I think we can actually get the doors to open when you get here.
Nice. All right, I'm here then. What is the top level we have? I'm 15. I believe I saw a 16. Is that right?
I thought it was everyone was 15.
Cool. So anyway, my son went back to his mother's. I had to drive him 1,000 miles 2 weekends ago to do that. I turned around, was in work on Monday, and then left Tuesday for Gen Con. Drove to Gen Con, went through the whole con, you know, and then I just talked about my trip back. So I got back yesterday morning at 4 a.m. And between all that stuff, I have just been from late July till now has just been a blur. So I'm going to be appreciating the downtime this weekend and playing some board games, card games, DDO, yep, Lotro 2. Finally cracking into
would everyone be okay if I do the torches?
Yeah, that sounds great to me. So it's been a blur, and I have not really had the chance to play much White Plume Mountain on live outside of the live stream here.
So maybe we can assign some roles. Is there anybody here that is comfortable scouting?
Yeah, I mean, I can scout. We're mostly just looking for big sets of purple. Should be fine.
Okay, then how about Kobold and IX are scouting? I want you guys to scout and clear the east-north loop. Let me know if there are any purples there. Then go east-south to the waterfall. Actually, before that, make sure you clear the center of the south of the ramp. Then check east-north, then east-south to the waterfall, and then we'll go from there. How about we have Piker Lips? Can you monitor the torch line and Fire Sea and Gladstar? You guys guard the center.
Yeah, that sounds like a pretty good plan. Let's do that. My dream is to one day be able to adventure in Kryn and DDO. Sadly, it probably won't happen. I hate to tell you this, but I think you might be right. I'm not going to say it'll never happen, but the Dragonlance has specific license complications that I think might make it challenging, shall we say, for us to be able to bring that. So, what is this?
Oh, right. Can we confirm that everybody here has at least one treasure compass?
Yes. However, have fortification. But hey, who needs that? Yeah. Yeah, so anyway, like I said, it's been a 50 more, crazy
so it should go down to about 25. We'll just have to wait for the last few to be turned in.
So yeah, it, you know, because it was the last week with my son on the week that we released White Plume Mountain, and then I turned around straight to go to Gen Con the following week, I've not really had the chance outside of the live stream to play White Plume Mountain yet. I did get to do it internally. Say I did the Wizards of the Coast licensor walkthrough, I did a couple of, you know, play days and things like that, so I'm not unfamiliar with the new quests and all that, but I haven't had the chance to just bring my live play characters through it and get loot, so I am looking forward to doing that. Did I add much to my classic game collection recently? Oh, yeah. I'll be doing a live stream on my personal channel talking about all the Atari swag and stuff I got. I also picked up a couple of TI-99 4A games. I've just on the way back when I was killing time waiting for my car to get repaired, we happened to be near a game store, a retro game store. So I found for the TI-99 4A, I finally picked up TI Invaders, which is, you know, the Texas Instruments version of Space Invaders. And Hunt the Wumpus. I bet there's someone out there that's going to be like, oh my god, Hunt the Wumpus! But yes, if you know about the TI-99 4A, Hunt the Wumpus is a pretty well-regarded thing. In some ways, it's not entirely dissimilar to Minesweeper, but it predates it. So, and they also picked up Star Trek, the video game, for the Atari 2600.
Yeah, if you can actually cut him off at the west-south-south, that would actually be great, if you happen to be there.
Yep.
Count is still at 6. Need to get some more map pieces. We're almost there.
Is the old barter box still hidden away in a cranny? Yes, that is by design. When will we hear the biggest announcement of them all? Evil alignments for
is there
players.
anybody here
Probably
that
not.
is comfortable with helping with teleporters, like moving the first one down to the next spot?
I would imagine we should assign someone on the line to that.
Okay, alright, then in that case, Piper Lips, if you are comfortable with moving the teleporters, you should always make sure there's at least one teleporter on the ground, but the earlier one, if it is cleared, you can bring it down the line. If you're not comfortable with doing that, I will try to do that myself.
It's pretty straightforward, though. Just sort of keep an eye out, and when the kobolds have moved on beyond the point of that teleporter, just come pick it up and move it down. And then, like he said, keep one open so that even, like, the stragglers, while you're doing that, have a place to go so they don't have to fight all the way back. Where
Alright,
exactly?
we're going to go in on CR15 if that is okay.
Yep. The old barter box is in the tavern. Don't forget the 2 torches
Get a death
at the
ward,
back.
please.
A small step for kobold, a huge leap for kobold kind.
Okay.
Okays, maximum number of torches increased.
Your party has acquired a kobold teleporter. The foreman's voice echoes in the cave.
Incoming!
I've heard, by the way, direct east there, is not, actually, yeah, sorry about that. My brain ain't working. I'm going east. My brain is dead.
East has purples, but there's nothing east, north, or east, north.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna clear to the waterfall.
Okay.
Your party has acquired a kobold teleporter.
So anyway, I am very much looking forward to playing White Plume Mountain and the other packs, using up those Sentient XP gems. I'm actually going to... Well, I'm actually not entirely sure what I'm going to do. There's a part of me that really wants to TR my second level 30 on Atlantis to do falconry, but that would leave me without a capped player on Atlantis because my other level 30 I recently TR'd into a Vistani. Yeah, no big surprise. It's worth going down to the waterfall.
There are about a dozen purple going down to the waterfall.
Yep.
It's clear to the waterfall.
Okay, thank you.
I don't believe the rune arm does add more damage to the Eldritch Blast. Perhaps I'm wrong about that, but I think that there are separate channels there. And again, just to be clear, for those who don't know, I am not doing this for any kind of power reason. Quite the opposite. This is a bit of a flavor joke character called the Pew 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 build. The entire purpose is to be able to go pew 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 with my rune arm and Eldritch Blast. So. I am aware of the issue that's happening with Crystal Cove. There's kind of an easier way to get the new items. We'll be working on that certainly by the next time it comes back.
Okay, just so you're aware, when they clear out east-east, they're going to, Jack is going to spawn. So let us know if you have Jack.
I'm thinking you should go west. You could go straight to the waterfall, that's fine. And then the next place you should go is west.
Okay.
West.
Yeah, I was just going to say that I agree. There's a whole bunch of purples along the kind of, you know, where east connects to west.
All the way west and south has a bunch of purples.
Yep.
You mean west of Waterfall?
No. Well, if you go to the waterfall, you break the line and go directly west from the center.
I understand, okay.
Yep, Jack is about to spawn.
Did anyone take care of the drunken sorcerer?
Acquired your quota.
I have not seen it.
Oh, shoot, he's right here. Is there anybody at the waterfall that could help me with the drunken sorcerer? Oh, I got him, never mind. Okay, Piker, let's see where you are. I need someone to bring that first teleporter down.
I can actually take care of that.
Okay, thank you.
Do we have any more healing
Waiting on Jack in the
potions?
west, he hasn't popped up yet. He should be here though.
Okay, Piker, I see 3 kobolds at the top of the east line. If you could just escort them down, make sure they do not get attacked.
Nice game company employee here, Jerry. I know, right? I've been letting my hair grow long. I will continue to let my hair grow long. You know, I work for a video game company, man. If there's any time in my life where I can get away with just sort of not cutting my hair.
We got Jack. Jack is west.
I gotta dye it pink. Can't really see myself dyeing my hair pink. Okay, I need to get some
Jack's
potions
down.
here.
Good work. We just need one more round of kobolds, I think, to pick up the last 2 perps at the waterfall, and then we'll go west of Center. So.
If and when my tenure at Standing Stone Games ever ends, and I have to go back to the real world of work, then I'll cut my hair.
We have, oh,
Not that
shoot,
we
we
don't.
have actually 4 perps still down here. I think they will pick it up on this round, though. Can someone escort the 3 kobolds that are coming down the top of the east torch line in case they get attacked? And I think we can actually also cut off the top of the east torch line if anyone is available there. No need to send any more kobolds down.
I just want to say you're doing a great job, Thimble. Okay, as far as I'm aware, maybe IX can confirm, I think we've cleared out all the mobs on the east side.
I've been clearing west, so everything's been cleared out except for any ambushes that pop up. I'm clearing to the bowling alley.
Alright, the kobolds are just kind of bopping on the stairs there. Is someone picking up the torches from the waterfall?
I did. I'm on my way to the west. I'm just letting these last kobolds to teleport back home.
Okay.
Where did you guys say I should go? West, west, west?
Yeah, all the way west and then south.
Okay.
Those purples were smoking, but there should still be some there at least.
I have some mutinous made on me.
I'm on the way. I'm going to intimidate him off you.
I need someone that is free to teleport, bring the first teleporter down to where I am, preferably. And please guard the torch line. There will be continuous attacks from now on.
So, hey, I actually have some news on the, quote, bear die. That is also tentatively set for Update 39 Patch 2. However, I will say this. We've been using colloquially the term bear die to discuss, you know, what this is. But the reality is, due to some kind of, you know, let's say, lore kind of concerns. Hey, there's still a bunch of purples kind of down south by the bowling pins if we're interested.
We are. The only problem is that I only have 3 torches left. I can go back to center unless someone has some torches they can go to the end of the line.
I do. Yep. I'm just dropping them now. Here's another 4.
Okay, great. Thank you. And let me see. Has the teleporter? Yep, great. Can someone bring that first teleporter now down to the next batch of crystals?
I'm running the teleporter down. There's one teleporter by the badge of crystals, and then I'm bringing the next teleporter forward.
Okay, and as usual, please monitor the kobolds in case they get attacked.
Yeah, things are looking pretty good here.
Yeah, good work on moving the teleporters. Thank you for doing that.
So yes, on bear dies. Let me try to see if I can remember. Look up what the actual formal phrase for it is. They're not going to die, the bears, but they will be sort of a bear die-like thing. So what we are going to be doing... Let me see...
Hang on. Here are 2 healing torches.
Oh, thank you.
Right behind you. Inside the line.
I don't want to let the party down here.
Can someone escort those kobolds, the 3 that I see going east-east right now? Just make sure they do not get attacked.
Okay.
Anyway, we'll get to it in just a second here. Let me take care of what's going on. I want to make sure I have my terminology right. And I want to make sure the kobolds aren't getting stuck somewhere. Okay. Where did I see that now? Here we go. Okay.
Does anyone have, like, maybe 2 more torches? There were still some purples at the... Well, actually, never mind, it's fine. Do not worry about it.
Man, if we've got... I mean, we're pretty close on the crystals and that. We're only 12 left on the teleporter. We should be able to pull that off. We have 4 minutes left.
Oh, gosh, okay, alright. I will pay attention to that, see if we can guarantee that.
Also, well, it looks like someone's already working on it, but we got Grigor the Mighty up. War paint. That is what it is being called. Is rather than bear dies, war
oh,
paint.
you guys have Gregor. Never mind. I see. All right.
But the big difference, of course, is that rather than dyeing the fur of the bears, it is a war paint-like thing. So that what we're able to do is basically paint onto
as long
the
as
fur
you guys keep the
like a
alive,
pattern
I think
sort
we
of thing.
should get the teleport by the time it finishes. We do not have to do anything special.
Yep, we should be good. And I know that may not make everyone happy, because,
So,
you know,
no
people were
kobolds
looking for, like,
unattended. Just
bear
make
dies.
sure everyone, if you see a lone kobold, make sure you accompany it.
And we still got some purples out over here. Okay, yeah, you see it, Thimble.
Yeah, the only thing is I need 1 more torch to get to the very last one.
Oh, I got you covered.
Torch is right here.
I've got where are you?
Alright, yes, we are good. So now, the trick is you guys just make sure there are no lonely kobolds.
Yeah, I think we really just need to protect the line is about it.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, there's some more purples here. Can someone bring a teleporter up to where I am? And again, just make sure you watch those kobolds. You want to keep them alive if you want that star.
So, you know, because I know it's a little different than maybe what some people were expecting and hoping, which is that we would actually allow you to change the color of your bears and wolves. But like I said, due to kind of some lore considerations, we had to go with a system where it's more war paint on the bears and wolves. It'll still look really cool, but it's a little more pattern-based rather than, say, just like a different colored wolf. So, and you should hopefully be seeing that next week and during the Lamania preview as well.
Oh god, I'm so nervous about this last teleport. Oh, we will get it for sure.
Nice.
Yeah, this is
Okay, just
getting good.
Yeah, keep those kobolds alive for 1 minute, please. If you actually want, you can break the line so they do not come down. Pick it up from the west junction all the way back up the ramp so they do not come down. And just make sure that single kobold I see up there is not attacked. I will go up to check on him. Alright, voices.
Are people going to be able to preview the Warpaint before they buy it on live? Yeah, I would think so. Well, my understanding is it's going to be basically a cosmetic helmet that you'll put on that'll adjust that. So to the extent that you can preview cosmetic helmets, yes. No, Macubre. That's kind of what I was getting at, is that you can't, say, turn into a panda or a polar bear or that kind of thing.
Oh, nice work, everybody.
5 stars.
When will the next Lamania preview be? We're targeting next week. Let's say mid-next week. Is Falconry in a good place, or will the next patch have changes to it? Good question.
Did everyone have a second compass, or did you need to buy one from the barter box?
I'm good. I think we should up it to 17.
Wouldn't hurt to try.
In that case, if everybody is ready, we will go in when you guys are ready. It is open. Go in.
Thank you.
The foreman's voice echoes in the cave.
Incoming!
Might as well just keep the same rolls and everything. So.
Oh, go buy one from the barter box, Piker. You should be able to trade your stolen gems for doubloons, and then you can use your doubloons to buy a compass.
Do not have a requisition for one. Or get one from killing pirates in this cave.
So I don't know about the Warpaint if it'll be previewed on live, but it'll be on Lamania next week, so I'm sure people will have, you know, pics on the forums and what have you. So.
Alright, east, north has purples. circuit. You've got a bunch of locals here.
Your party has acquired a kobold teleporter.
I need to get better about using this web. It'll be good for this
Just
kind
so
of thing.
you guys are aware, we are short one man. He did not come in yet.
And yeah, Samus, I'll be, what, 10 minutes late, so... But you gotta get your 2 runs in. Yeah, it's definitely worth doing this east loop, because the... there's a fat stack of purples kind of around the corner here.
How far up do I need to go?
So basically, if you go east, north, and then just do the loop all the way around.
Okay.
That east to the waterfall has a bunch of purples as well.
Okay, since I'm not sure if Tyker came in, you guys are. I need one of you guys to be monitoring the torch line going through the east-north loop.
That's fine, I can take care of that. Okay, let's see. Druid Bear doesn't need to eat what his form would ordinarily, but if his animal companion were a panda, then yeah, bamboo would be a necessity. Funny. You're coved out, Samus, after farming through the weekend? Nice.
Oh, darn. I think it is too late, though, to come in.
Ablative Armor frequently disappoints? Yeah, it kind of does. I mean, to be fair, I think Ablative Armor is meant as a low-level spell, so, you know.
You have acquired your quota.
It is what it is. But yeah, it ain't much damage. Absorption, that's for sure.
I am west south of the project.
Jack, you bring it north now, and then they will kill us.
And why are they all walking back? Okay. They're dying to bear it all. Nice. Is melee actually going to get buffed? I mean, that's the point, you know. I will leave it up to others.
Okay, I'm starting to torch to the waterfall. There are just 3 more purples on the east-north, and then we'll go to the waterfall. If someone can take care of the drunken sorcerer, that would be great.
Down by the waterfall?
I'm not sure he has spawned yet, but he usually spawns around this time.
Okay.
Jack's down.
Oh, good work. Thank you.
Yep, I got the drunken sorcerer. He's on the line down to the waterfall. Well,
Oh my god.
He autoed me.
Well,
That way.
it had to happen at least once.
You're right.
I'll stay in the center while the rest of the group goes to help you.
Incoming!
Does someone have that incoming?
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
It's how I would have wanted to go. Nice. I like it.
So pretty!
If you need death board kobold, let me know.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, alright. Once I catch sight of you on the way back up, I will throw some buffs on you.
Sure, no problem.
If the first teleporter area is clear, can someone bring that bring the teleporter down? Oh, thank you for those.
And IX, did you get the opportunity to clear out the east side here, kind of down past the waterfall?
Yes.
Shoot. Just so you know, I think one of the kobolds got stuck in a wall here, so there's nothing we can do. Hopefully he never gets attacked by anything, but
You could try to drop a teleporter near him.
oh, you're right. Yeah, I forgot about that. Okay. All right, I will try to do that. Yeah, I think that should work. Okay, so waterfall is cleared out. Can someone break the east torch line at the very east top junction? No need to pick up the torches, though. I think, yeah, we should be fine. And if someone has torches, they can start torching to the west. Unless there was, yeah, no.
Kobold rich long time!
So, okay, what else could I mention then? I'm just trying to kind of get back into the swing of things while I try to pay close attention to this. We have about 10 minutes left. What are the melee buffs? Like I say, so Torque is going to have a thread for the public forums here pretty quick. He was talking about maybe even getting that done today. And, but the basic amount is it's an auto-granted feat for melee, I believe above level 20? It's like auto-granted at 20 or 21? And it's a toggle that, when toggled, will give you a boost in hit points based on the
Tell me
melee
where to go
feats
west.
you
What do you
have.
see?
That would be, say, like 2-weapon fighting, improved 2-weapon fighting, 2-handed fighting, blah, 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 that kind of thing.
Random
And
something
for
goes
each
straight
one
west,
you
because I
have,
don't see anything good north south.
Okay.
get
I'm peering straight west.
a bunch of hit points. While toggled, it lowers your range power to 0.
I need
And-
someone, there is a mutant escape here, but I need someone to monitor the west torch line.
Changes your spellcasting to touch range only. Now, that's a big nerf, right? Yes, that is deliberate. The intention is not to be a buff toward ranged or spellcasting, but specifically targeted toward hand-to-hand melee fighters. You can toggle it on and off if that's relevant
Alright,
to you.
west, north looks okay, so I'm going there.
And it'll be, I
Some of the
believe, up to a
perks just
50%
exploded.
hit point boost. So,
I'm gonna clear south.
got 1,000 hit points. Everything active, you'll have 1,500 hit
Another
points.
perk exploded.
These aren't temp hit points, this is your max hit points.
If you see things at the bowling alley, let me know. I think there are only two perps up. That's the west, 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 north.
I'm going off the top of my head here, so some of that may be slightly wrong, but I think that's what it is. And we'll be taking feedback on it and changing if we need to. This is not meant to solve all melee problems, of course, but is really a first step. It will be complementary as well to the Barbarian DR changes, which you may have seen on the Update 39 kind of patchwork that we've been doing. And will be relevant there as well.
There are a lot of greens. I see one purple finally at the bowling alley.
Oh no. Okay.
All right,
Oh, yeah,
so
yeah.
The bowling alley has 3 purples that are smoking and 2 that are static.
If we can, man, we got 6 minutes left. Surely we can get 17 more monsters, right?
Yeah, for sure you guys can. I'm expecting you guys to.
That's a lot of faith in us.
Some of these kobolds.
All
Some
right,
of the kobolds are
can
moving
someone-
back when they shouldn't.
Does anyone have any more torches? Yeah, I'm not sure why they went back. Maybe the line is broken. I'm going to go check.
It's not broken. I just think maybe it's a placement thing.
All right, please monitor those kobolds coming down the line. And I'm actually going to go back and buy more torches unless someone has some.
I just dropped one, but that's all I've got. Do you mind if I move this teleporter?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, we got Gregar on the line.
I know you guys are spread out thin. There are hops on the East Junction. If someone could take care of them.
I could use some backup here. Gregar's just focused on this kobold here. Oh, no, he's got me. Yeah, it'll affect all spellcasting. It is not meant for hybrids, it is
Is
not
there
meant
anybody
for
that can take
range,
care of the
it is not
incoming?
meant for spellcasting.
I can go back.
So if you want it active, you're going to basically
Oh
be
my god, I feel like
choosing
I'm
not to
having a heart
cast
attack.
spells or using ranged weapons. That's by design. So yes, it would affect druid melee spells. The intention being you don't have it on if
Good
you're
work.
meleeing, or if you're using druid spells.
Shoot. If the kobolds are turning back, can someone break the line so they do not go all the way back home?
Sure, you may be right,
And then reconnect it when you
Zerby,
can.
that it's not really intended for melee druids. Yeah. If your melee druid sort of focuses based on that, then yeah, this ain't the one for you.
There are actually 3 perps really far at the end of the line, east of bowling alley, but I think we'll just focus on getting the last few perps at the actual bowling alley.
Yeah, it sounds good. Because, yeah, we only got a couple minutes left here.
I just got 3 torches.
Okay, are you... Okay, yeah, just make sure you guys monitor any kobolds coming down the line. Oh, I never noticed. Did kobolds die?
Yeah. What's that incoming? Good save.
I see, okay.
Come on, kobold. Come on! Go, go, go!
Oh, thank you.
A kobold
Dropping
worker has
torches.
died.
Oh, no.
Right behind you.
Yeah, put the
Thank
torches
you.
on my
Yep,
hotbars.
that
Right.
should be enough. Let's see, we have 1:30. I'm not sure if the kobolds will make it down this far. Yeah, I think they will not.
Yeah, they're kind of stuck, unfortunately, somehow. I think we'd pretty much want to just relay the east line if we had time. Or the west line, sorry. I can't remember if it has an official... It's going to have a name of some kind, but Torque knows what it is, I don't. Does that include healing spells? Yes. They are touch range only, though, so self-healing will be just fine.
Alright, voices, we have 20 seconds left.
Does the toggle provide hit points if you don't have any of those melee feats? My understanding is no. Because it's determined based on the number of feats you have.
Was it a higher take that time around because of the
The idea being, again, this is for, basically
Yes.
pure melee builds.
Yeah,
Presumably
so
if you're a pure
every 2
melee
levels
build,
up,
you're
you
going
get
to have those
10%
feats.
more.
Yeah, good work, everybody. That was really a great run.
Yeah, real nice on all fronts. Yeah, real nice on all fronts. That was very cool. Alright, I have to go here. Samus is going to be on in just a minute. I will try to remember to get you guys some DDO points in the endgame mail later on today. Don't be too surprised if my brain makes me forget and I get it to you by the end of the week. I will do my best, though. And thank you very much for watching the weekly Wednesday lunchtime
thank you
live
very
stream
much.
on
Thanks, it was
Twitch,
fun.
on YouTube, and normally on Facebook here too. So I will see you next week. We'll be either live on Kyber or live on Lamania, depending on what's going on there. See if I can't maybe rope a dev or two and to say hello to everybody as well. Again, thank you. If I got to hang out with you at Gen Con, if you attended the Gen Con party, don't forget to read/watch those interviews. We got some cool stuff coming. We'll have a lot more on that in the coming weeks. Until later, have fun, everyone. Thanks very much.